Okay, perfect. We're recording. Welcome to the sixth episode of the Geek Sports DFS crossover with the Just Ron Talks NFL review show. Today's a special show as we're recording at night for the first time in our show. So Geek Sports DFS after dark. I literally have no idea if it's going to change things, but I don't know. Alongside me are my co-hosts as usual, Eric and Hamza. Much more pleasant mood this week, as they did not have to see the 49ers lose like they usually do. Bye week for the Niners. How are you guys doing? What's your mood on the late night? And how is your week of football, I guess?
I guess I'll start. I mean, it's definitely good not to see the Niners lose. But we'll get into talking about the Niners when we talk about next week's game. But I don't know, for this week's game, they were pretty good. The games we thought were going to be good were not good though. Like Chargers, Ravens, Browns, Cardinals. Like I was looking forward to those games, and both those games disappointed me honestly. But the teams like the Ravens and Cardinals, they won by a lot of points, so that showed their mark. Yeah.
Got some good primetime games though.
Yeah.
The Bills Titans. Yeah.
Seahawks Steelers.
Steelers was better than I was expecting.
Right.
Although I felt like the Steelers were in control the whole game. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, like just to talk about the Steelers, like TJ Watt, like whatever his contract, that like he deserved every dollar of it. And like honestly, for the last 2 weeks, the Steelers offensive lines like kind of held up. They're opening up running lanes, and like I think this week, like Big Ben only got sacked once. I don't think he got sacked a second time, but other than that, like I think like Najee had like 100 yards rushing, and like Steelers had like 30 carries, 119 yards. But honestly, like there are some worrying signs. Like Big Ben literally cannot throw deep. I went onto like Pro Football Focus, and then I tried to figure out like what Big Ben's like numbers were. So he had 40 passes for 229 yards like on Sunday Night Football, and that does not so he threw
like
4 for 12.
5 yards an attempt.
Yeah, 5 yards per attempt, and then he only threw 4 for 12 on passes greater than 10 yards, and one of those was a dropped interception. So I don't know, Big Ben. It's like he's like holding up, but like it still kind of worries me. So I like we're giving him more time in the pocket, so hopefully that picks up. But I'm still kind of worried. Other than that, our defense was like very inconsistent. Like they shut him out the first half, and then Alex Collins, who Hamza had, lit up the defense in the second half, and then in the overtime they picked it up again. So they came out. We have a bye week this week, and then we come out and play the Browns the week after. So pretty good signs for the Steelers. 2 wins heading into the bye week.
Yeah, who did they play coming out of the bye?
We play the Browns, so the Browns play the Ravens. So I don't know. Hopefully the Ravens can dent their confidence a bit, and then we go in for the kill, and then knock the Browns out. That'd be pretty cool, but one can hope. Hamza, you mentioned about like the Cardinals and Browns game. Like, are the Cardinals a Super Bowl contender, or is it too early to crown them?
I mean, right now they're balling out. Like it's tough to see them like slow down. The only team I saw them slow down were the Niners, but it's a divisional game. It's different. And Kyler was hurt with the shoulder, so I don't know if it'll happen again. I mean, Niners do play the Cardinals again in 2 weeks, so we'll see. But Cardinals definitely they're looking like their defense. The thing was about them was their defense, but JJ Watt is stepping up a lot. And they were missing Chandler Jones too. That was the big thing.
Yeah. There's a rookie for them. Zaven Collins or something. I think he's from Tulsa. Dude, he looks humongous. Like whatever Derrick Henry looks like on offense, like he looks like that for the defensive side of the ball. So I'm excited to see him
Simmons too
get better.
Yeah. Looks good. Yeah.
How about you, Eric? Are you in on the Cardinals as Super Bowl contenders, or are we?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, you could chalk up a game against the Rams as a fluke, but when they've blown out the Rams, the Titans, and the Browns, which are 3, maybe not the Browns right now, but 3 fringe playoff teams.
Like, dude, the Browns put up 45 points or something, right? Like the week before, right? Like that's a good offensive team. Yeah.
But
and, like,
the Cardinals held them to 7 points, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think they're completely for real, which sucks for Niners. But
Yeah.
it's also interesting that they've scored. I think they've scored over 30 every game except against the Niners when they scored 14, 17.
Yeah, 17
Yeah.
times they won.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe the Niners defense isn't as bad as it seems. But yeah, it's hard to find any happy ending for the Niners right now. I mean, they play the Rams twice more. They play the Cardinals once more. So
according to BetMGM, I have the Super Bowl odds pulled up, and actually they somehow still believe in the Niners. They're ranked 12th, so I mean it's not that high, but it's still
it's about
better than
average.
hope. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I would rank them right now. I would put them like right outside of your major playoff teams.
So the NBA starting right now today, like the Warriors and the Bucks, they'll play today. So in the NBA, there's a clear divide between the conferences. Like the East or the West is way better than the East. Do you think if like the NFC is that much better than the NFC, or NFC is better than the AFC, or do you think it's much more even in football?
I think if it makes sense, the NFC is more like you have better teams like at the top, but the AFC has the best teams at the top, right? You have the Bills and the Chiefs and the Ravens, and then everything kind of falls off. But for the NFC, you have, the Bucks, the Rams, the Cardinals, the Packers, right? There's a bunch of
Cowboys,
good teams.
Cowboys,
yeah. But you don't have any teams that are like the Bills or Chiefs level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Hamza, do you want to add on or?
I mean, no, I actually agree with what he's saying. Because I do love the Chiefs. Bills were looking like they were like, like they were my team like before. They were the Cardinals for what everyone's thinking, but they got taken down by like Titans.
Not taken down. They shot themselves in the foot after scoring 31.
I mean, that's the game we should not been close in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Titans are better than people give them credit for.
Their run, Derrick Henry is better than people. Like, I don't know about Titans.
No, Derrick Henry is perfectly rated. He's being rated as a Hall of Famer right now. He's not overrated.
Like Tannehill was at like 100 pass yards, like at the end of half.
Okay.
Winning.
You guys always talk about Tannehill, and Hamza, you like when I had you on earlier, you like convinced me that he was MVP. I don't think Tannehill's a good QB. Yeah. I genuinely think he's like a glorified Big Ben. Like there's so much more better QBs, and like I think he does his job well enough where he's not like hurting the team from winning games. Like if he was like if he didn't have Derrick Henry around him, he would honestly be like Derek Carr. Derek Carr is doing pretty.
Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I would have Carr in the top 10 easily. And Hamza would probably I would have. This is where Hamza's going to.
Don't say Cousins.
I would have Kirk Cousins in the top 10.
Get out of here.
Okay, Eric. Before how you said that we didn't have anything planned for this like thing. Honestly, I have something planned. We're going QBs, like, because I genuinely think I think Kirk Cousins is up there. I think he's in like the upper echelon. I think Tannehill's in the bottom echelon.
I would put him at average. Like, I'm not saying he's top 10, but like.
Okay, is he the Andy Dalton? Like, remember like a couple years ago, like Andy Dalton was like if you ranked all quarterbacks, like Andy Dalton was 16th.
Dalton on the Bengals, right? Because Dalton on the Cowboys and Bears has been like terrible. On the Bengals, he can win in the right circumstances. He's similar to Garoppolo, but I would rather have Tannehill. Tannehill hasn't missed a game in how long, right? That in and of itself
I guess
is a differentiating factor.
Availability is the best ability, so I mean, you have that one. So okay, like. What is like Tannehill like? Because I want to get into this because like I don't think like he doesn't hurt the Titans from winning, but he doesn't like impress me enough where I'm like, oh my god, the Titans are a good team because they have Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Did you see there was one throw where was it AJ Brown? I think.
Yeah.
It was like a quick slant or an out or something, and Tannehill threads it. It's probably one of Tre'Davious White's arms by like maybe 3 inches. There's another linebacker to the left, and then the safety's coming on top of Brown. He threads it right in between all of them. I mean, it's a good throw. Like I don't think I don't know who's a bad QB. I don't think Garoppolo makes that throw.
Made that.
If I'm being No, actually, Garoppolo has made throws like that before, which is part
So
of,
that's
like,
what I
the
was trying to
issue.
think of, like, who's the bad QB? Is it Heineke? Is that like we talked about this earlier?
Yeah, I mean, Heineke has looked good
Sam
until last
Darnold.
week.
He's down there.
Darnold, yeah. Okay, I don't know what's
Okay,
going on the
he
past
started
couple
off
weeks.
hot, and then
Yeah.
like the last 2 weeks, he's like
Okay, but
completely.
he hasn't had McCaffrey, so
Yeah, there's definitely that.
maybe that's part of it. He's had to throw to Robbie Anderson. We are like flying off topic here. Robbie Anderson had 11, 7, and 11 targets in the past 3 weeks, and he has like 4 catches or 5 catches. It's crazy.
It cost me the win this week.
Yeah, it's and I'm taking okay. Since I figure no one's picking him up, I have a claim for him because I have to start him. Like I don't know who else to start. It's so bad. Like I'm missing. I had 6 players on bye and 2 on IR. I mean,
Oh my
it's a
god.
full lineup. So yeah, it's rough.
Hey, so I was talking to Hans earlier. I heard you started Amon-Ra St. Brown in one of your leagues too.
Yeah, I had to. I didn't have much of a choice.
I started him against Hamza, and I was watching this Lions game because, like, I literally like
Oh,
surprised that he wasn't being targeted.
0
He
points
did
until
not
3
had
minutes
0
left.
targets in like the entire like 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, like they're down huge, and I was like, okay, it's garbage time. Please throw the ball. And then finally, Dan Campbell was like, well, we have a receiver who's on like the
I was
field. Let's
watching the
try to
same
throw
thing.
to him. And he finally got targeted. And then they start driving down the field. So like now I'm at a point where like he showed me enough in the last 6 minutes of that like game where I have to keep him for next week. Like I can't drop him.
I
now.
dropped him
So
already because he plays the
Dude,
Rams, right?
yeah, okay, like that's why like dude, the Rams are gonna like blow them out, right? So I can just like put him in and like he'll like get carries and like
I
garbage time.
guess. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I didn't realize this with DeAndre Swift, but he's like garbage time king.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
But like obviously St. Brown, like he got, those 10 points all in like the last 2 drives. But the past 3 weeks, DeAndre Swift has gotten like 6 catches for like 40 yards and a touchdown, all in the last 2 drives. Like I swear every time I'm just like, oh my God, Swift is killing me. I check my phone in the 4th quarter and all of a sudden it's at like 20 points. And I'm like, oh my God, Swift is amazing. And dude, like I'm not complaining because he's like, well, Hamza, what was it? He's running back 7, right?
Running back 6 right now, actually.
Running back 6 right now, but it's like I'm scared. What happens if the Lions win a game? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like St. Brown might be good next week, but like I'd rather take the shot at Robbie Anderson. I don't know. I mean, like
Dude, not only is Sam Darnold like dropping his team like to a 3-2, he's also taking DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson down with him. He's targeting them, but the passes are uncatchable most of the time.
but Robbie Anderson also like he lost his hands and he's gonna find them eventually. Like he's getting paid good money to catch the football. He's gonna catch it eventually, right? Like that's my thought process. All it takes.
That's what the Panthers sold Kelvin Benjamin for like the first 6 years of his career.
But Robbie Anderson is like he is fast. Okay, that's the thing. Kelvin Benjamin, like he literally came back as a tight end. But like Robbie Anderson, all I need is 1 catch. Like week 1, for example, 56-yard touchdown. That was it. 1 catch, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Like 13 points. That's all I need. And like I feel like he gives me the best, like just dart throw. I need some points, and like say he gets 25 points. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but he's due.
I mean, the targets are there. I mean, it's not wrong, but like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's tough.
No, we'll see.
Hamza, do you have the target share for the Panthers receiving core just because we're on the topic?
I know Robbie Anderson was leading like the past 3 weeks over DJ Moore, I think.
Okay, so I just pulled it up. So DJ Moore has 13, this is week 6. DJ Moore had 13, Anderson had 11, Terrence Marshall had 2, Zylstra had 3, and then for the year, it's DJ Moore with 63, Anderson with 40, and Terrence Marshall with 22.
Yeah, man, Terrence Marshall is like, everyone's so excited for him.
They're not using him enough. I think now that what's his name, Zylstra is on IR, they're gonna Terrence Marshall seems a little boost in production.
That random dude.
Okay, so she had
Panthers-
3 carries, like 3 targets. So like 3 plus 2 is 5. Like that's still like not like fantasy like starting like.
I think it's a snap share. I
Okay.
looked this up. Let me see. There's on Twitter. There's a page that posts.
Well, if like McCaffrey comes back, like the snap share is gonna go like more towards McCaffrey. So like I don't think
yeah.
like other than like wide receiver 1 and 2 of a team with like a top 5 running back, like how often are they going to use their wide receiver 3?
Yeah, I mean, look at the Vikings, right? Like Dalvin Cook,
Yeah,
Justin
yeah.
Jefferson, Adam Thielen. That's it. And apparently KJ Osborne every couple weeks.
Every few weeks he pops up.
He caught the game-winning pass.
Yeah, he did.
Yesterday.
Mhm.
So since we're on Kirk Cousins, I pulled up his stats as well, and let me see if I can pull this up. Sorry, I'm in a wide mess. Kirk Cousins is being put in a situations to win the game for his team, and this is only because Mike Zimmer cannot manage a clock properly, and like he's way too conservative with it. His kicker is not good. He drove and like it brings like the opposing teams like they still have a chance to win the game. So like Kirk Cousins is always has the ability to like put on a game-winning drive or like tie it up, and so he's been charged with mounting a final minute drive to tie or win a game 6 times a season, and 5 times he's done it. So he's either put up points or put Minnesota in position to score points by a field goal attempt of less than 50 yards. So this week he did it again. He drove down 75 yards on 9 plays in overtime, ending with the game winner to KJ Osborne. Is Kirk Cousins the clutchest QB of this NFL season?
No, I mean, I guess like by comparison, yeah. But, like nobody else has been in that position 6 times in 6 games. So,
Yeah, I guess Herbert like has like kind of like Herbert was like in there for like the first couple weeks, and then like the Chargers
Yeah.
gotten better.
Yeah, man, the Chargers such a disappointment. Okay,
They
Let's-
killed me this week in
let's
fantasy.
do another just a quick besides the Steelers for and the Niners for Hobbs and I, who's your favorite team to watch right now?
The
Like, or not-
Bears. Okay,
what team are you rooting for, I should say?
the Bears.
The Bears. They're so boring.
Yeah.
Okay. So
boring.
I'll tell you why. So before, like I started doing this podcast like a couple of years ago. This was the year that the Browns were on Hard Knocks. So it was like, do you guys remember that? It was like maybe
Yeah.
20 Baker's first year or second
Mhm.
year there, and it was Hugh Jackson as the head coach.
Yeah.
And I'm making like Super Bowl predictions, and I wrote an article, and maybe I think it's still out there somewhere on the internet. And I wrote like my Super Bowl prediction was a Bears Browns Super Bowl, and at that time, the Bears did not have Khalil Mack. So like 3 days before the Khalil Mack trade, I wrote this article, and like it was predicting the Bears' ascendancy to like the Super Bowl contendership. And the only reason I did it was because I listen to like podcasts whenever I'm like driving or doing something like that can be done without like me concentrating on quite a bit. And Matt Nagy was talking about his time as an arena football quarterback, and he was working under Andy Reid, and like he was like, I didn't have enough money for food, so I was eating dog food. And I was like, this is my guy. I love this guy. This is like
Dog
such a great like this is head coach material. Like I loved it. I was like,
That
I bought
probably
in.
explains why he's so bad at calling plays. The
Right.
food just like wasted him.
So
the
I mean,
reason.
ever since then, I've always like had a soft corner for the Bears. Like I make fun of Hamza a lot because like I remember when I first met Hamza, he used to have like that Bears lanyard T-shirt or something like
Yeah, I
that. And then like,
Yeah.
but like now it's like I like, kind of like have a soft corner for the Bears. Like they're so bad. Like I like Mitch Trubisky. Like to this day I still think
Even
he's
though
gonna
he's
be
on the
better than
Bills.
Watson. Like I still think he's gonna be better than Deshaun Watson. Maybe not Mahomes, but like Deshaun Watson. I mean, dude, I don't know if Watson's gonna play another game. Like, dude, like the
That's
Texans
a
are
good
literally shutting
point,
Davis
yeah.
Mills. Like, so like I still hold stock in it. So that's my team. I don't know. I have other teams. Like since I went to school in Arizona, I like the Cardinals, and like right as I went to Arizona, like they got a high powered offense. So I like supporting those guys. I like the Rams sometimes because like they have my name. So like no, I have different players around the league and like things like that I like to support. But like there's like those are like the 4 teams that I like care about, I guess.
Gotcha. What about you, Hamza?
Yeah, no, I mean, I know Chargers are one of them. This year, for some reason, the Ravens. I'm on Lamar Jackson's side. I'm feeling it.
After hating on him for
after-
3-4 years.
right? It's like
Like,
it turns
the
around.
biggest hater out there.
I was. He's proving me wrong this year. Freaking Rashad Bateman, I'm on his hype. Batman Begins.
How did he do this week? Or not too good,
Like
not too
6
hot.
targets, which
He
is
led the
good.
team
but-
Okay.
targets, so I like that.
Over
Yeah,
Mark Andrews,
it's-
dude. Mark Andrews like Darren Waller 2.0.
He's
up there.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd say Chargers, Raiders, Ravens. I like watching them this year for sure.
Fair enough. Yeah.
How about you, Eric?
If I had to pick 2 teams, I think number 1, it's the Bengals, solely because of Joe Burrow. Like, I know that people just like I'm pretty sure the Bengals fan base is like exploding only because like Joe Burrow is just the coolest dude out there. Like, his character is just they've been releasing a bunch of like mic'd up footage with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and like all of those guys are just super chill. Plus, like I had Tyler Boyd in fantasy last year, and that man just carried me week after week till he got hurt. And then the Raiders, which partially because of the Bay Area, but like also I like Derek Carr. Like I think he's a weird dude, but I feel like he gets an unnecessary amount of hate. And like the
I
same
think
for,
it's-
like
I
Henry
think, like,
Ruggs.
I think he's a good leader, and I think his like teammates love him. Like every like article that I read about like Derek Carr, like and his teammates, like we love Derek Carr. Like this guy's like a team leader and things like that. And like, so like I like the Raiders too. And Eric, I was surprised. I honestly, for some weird reason, I thought that you liked it, like the Giants, like the New York Football Giants.
Oh, dude,
No?
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Dude, Kadarius Toney though looks so good. If he can stay healthy, that man is going to be crazy. Like he
Yeah.
might be the best rookie receiver, which is crazy because Jamar Chase and Devonta Smith already look like
Amon Ross, St. Brown, Rondell. Sorry.
Rondell Moore. Dude, Rondell Moore against
Yeah.
the Niners. He had
Yeah.
speed. That guy
Not
is
getting used.
quick.
Other than that, okay, so I had this topic written down, so and that's a good point since you just talked about Rondell Moore. Cardinals wide receiving corpse, whatever you want to say. Are they like the best wide receiving corps in the league, or is there like? I think the Giants are up there if they don't have
And the
injuries,
Bucks,
they obviously-
100%, right?
The Bucks, yeah.
You say
Yeah.
wide receivers compared to receivers is different. I feel like.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Just say specifically wide receivers. I'm putting Antonio Brown's playing like crazy. He's playing like the number 1 receiver there, and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans doing their own thing, and then you got Gronk coming back. But then if you have the Cardinals now with Zach Ertz and Rondell Moore, Christian Kirk, Chase Edmonds,
Hopkins.
I think the problem is I haven't seen consistency from them.
Yeah,
Right? Like,
They don't need it, right? Like they're putting up so many points. Like, what's the point
I
of?
guess
being
in their
consistent?
careers, I haven't seen
Okay, yeah.
Because like with the Bucks, like Godwin at one point was
Yeah,
like the wide
yeah,
receiver
yeah.
2, like in fantasy football, and like wide receiver 7 next year. Mike Evans 1,000 yards every year of his career, which is like I people do not respect him even close to as much as that man deserves. And then you have Antonio Brown, who was the best receiver in football for how many years in a row. So I feel like those guys are proven, and they're still playing at a good level. Versus the Cardinals, I mean,
They're young and
Rondell Moore had
upcoming.
1
Yeah,
or
yeah.
2 games. Christian Kirk has been like
Dude,
2
Rondell
catches
Moore,
for
like,
200 yards.
I've owned him since the beginning of the season, and like he's like as boomer bust as it gets. Like
Yeah.
he's played 6 games, 2 of them were boom, I think over 18 points. 2 of them were absolute bust, like less than 4 points, and then the other 2 he had 9 points or something like that. So like that's as boomer bust as it gets. Like you literally cannot expect anything out of him. And I don't know, like I always like I think with Zach Ertz's addition, I think we're really going to see a team kind of like grow. And I think by the end of the year, I think if we come back on this topic, I think Eric, I think you might start to agree with me a bit more. But I definitely see what you mean with the Bucks. Any other topics you wanted to hit on? Like I've kind of like just gradually like kind of like thrown mine in there.
Well, okay. I just wanted to jump. So we just talked about like our favorite like teams, but I was just real quick. I don't know if you guys saw that video of Russell Wilson doing his like ghost warm up before the Seahawks game. He was around. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Basically, he was mocking warm-ups without a football by himself on the field where he was like talking, like he was like fake huddling. And I just wanted to ask, is there a player that you guys just absolutely despise in the NFL? Because for some reason it is Russell. I cannot stand Russell Wilson.
He makes some of his cringiest videos too. Like I don't know if you've seen some of his videos. They're just so cringy.
Oh, have you like
Mr. Unlimited.
call me Russell? What was that like? It was like French or something like that. He was like pronouncing. I
Yes.
don't. Yeah, he's a weird dude. I don't like him that much. Honestly, dude, like anyone on the Ravens, like Lamar is like different, but usually like I used to hate Ray Lewis,
same.
Ed Reed, anyone like on those Ravens teams. I
like
always
Ed Reed.
curious about. Okay.
Ray Lewis is a murderer, so there is that.
My favorite player was like Troy Polamalu. So like I just hated Ed Reed because like it was always like the two best
better.
safeties, and it was
Yeah.
always like Ed Reed was one, Polamalu was two. So that's why it was like okay.
Dude, Zach Allen on the Cardinals, Thompson.
Oh my god, I hate that hate, dude. Every time he's sacked, dude, it just pisses me off that dance he did.
Yeah, dude, he started doing a stupid dance and like he was dude, he just looked like he bullied kids in high school.
He
You know what I
did,
mean?
right? Exactly. That's the vibe I got. And I hated his dance, dude. And the commentators kept hyping it up, and that's what made me so much more.
Yeah, he did it like not like he got more screen time than anyone else. Like even on the sideline, they'd just be like, let's watch his dance again. And they'd flash back to like the first quarter and it's like, oh my god, please stop. It hurt.
That's the guy. I cannot wait for him to get like thrown back Trent Williams or something.
You guys are gonna hate me, but I hate Dak Prescott.
Oh, really?
I don't like him.
He
Interesting.
seems like such a cool dude.
I don't know. I just like he just like I don't know, like something about the guy. It's just like, dude, like I really don't like think you're all of this. Like
You know,
the
if we're
whole
going
like
Cowboys.
and Kirk Cousins, like for like four.
Yeah,
like, 4
I
years.
do not like
Yeah,
Kirk
yeah,
Cousins.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Anti-vaxxer,
say-
square-headed. I don't know. Can't do it.
Okay.
I was gonna say
with Kirk
Ezekiel
Cousins,
Elliott.
Yeah.
He's
With
also
Kirk Cousins, there's like I don't know, like a couple years ago, there was a big rumor that like it was him, the Vikings, and the Niners that were in contention for him and things like that. Like,
Yeah. The
what
whole
did you guys
rumor
feel?
was-
Yeah, go for it, Eric.
It was that Shanahan Shanahan's come out on record and said he didn't scout Watson, Trubisky, or Mahomes. Like he just straight up did not look at quarterbacks. And most like front office people think it was because he was like, Kirk Cousins is the guy. I'm getting Kirk Cousins next year, no matter what. And so I think a lot of people blame Kirk Cousins, like for the Niners not getting Watson. I mean, that's like, I was just gonna hate this. I can't say it was a bad decision because Kirk Cousins has looked good. Like he had.
Okay. We actually really have to do his quarterback rankings. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, I like Kirk. Okay, I hate him, but like, I think as a QB, like, he's definitely like he uses his resources really well.
I think he's not an amazing QB, but he does everything well. If that makes sense. Okay, so if in no particular order, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Herbert, Brady, Rodgers. Who
Dak.
else?
Dak,
Wilson.
Watson.
Okay.
He's
Does
not-
that count?
Not playing right now. But,
Yeah.
Wentz, if he plays like he did Sunday against the
No.
Texans. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I don't know if you said
Give
Murray
me a
and
full
Stafford.
season.
Oh, Stafford. You forgot
Stafford and Murray.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Wait,
Man, there's a lot more
Murray?
good quarterbacks there. Murray, yeah.
Kyler.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Okay.
Okay. So outside of those 10, who would you pick next?
Derek
Carr, yeah.
Okay, then Kirk Cousins.
I could maybe I could see it right there. I don't-
Okay.
Well,
Hot take. I think Burrow's up ahead of them.
Burrow's been balling.
That's a good
That's-
point. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Oh man. I'd rather have Kirk Cousins. I feel like I'd rather have Burns solely because he's younger.
He's younger, exactly.
Bridgewater, Tannehill,
No,
Cousins.
no.
Okay. Oh no, Baker though.
Bait.
No.
15. Baker's 15 in my opinion.
No. Well, we're at 13 now, so
Yeah, we're at 13. So like 2 more QBs than I could see Baker.
I think Cousins. I would
This is in
so
there. I'd
much
say-
rather have Cousins over Baker, though.
Jalen Hurts.
No.
After owning Devonta Smith, I know me and Eric both own him. You literally watch those games. Jalen Hurts, first of all, he hates handing off the ball. If it's a read option, it's not an option, dude. He's taking it and getting 0 yards like 100 times. And I don't get it, dude. Just hand it
Every
off.
single week, we have the same conversation. Miles Sanders looks like the best running back in football.
Right?
They
Dude,
give it to him
you
4 times a
say
game.
this, I look at tape and I'm like, dude, like, what is going on? Like, I don't see. I always think Boston Scott is better.
No, did you watch the last game, the Eagles game? Did you watch the last drive, bro?
No, I didn't.
He
the
pulls
Eagles,
off
like, I'm
like
not gonna-
10 yards every touch.
Every
Like,
Okay.
it does not matter. And
Okay.
oh my
he
God,
only had 9 carries all game.
it just doesn't make sense to me. It genuinely does not. Like, get him into space, do some screens, do whatever. But instead, they have Kenneth Gainwell out there, like playing
Yeah.
60% of the snaps.
For no reason. And then Jalen Hurts, he doesn't hand off the ball and forces way too many passes, in my opinion. He takes too many deep shots. He needs to realize he's not built for that. Take what you have.
No, he makes some good deep. Like, he just, I don't know. Like, what do you expect him to do? Just become like Jimmy Garoppolo?
All right, let
Okay,
me-
last two for 14 and 15. Daniel Jones and Matt Ryan. No,
Matt Ryan, yes. Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, maybe.
I'm a
but last week
hard
was
no on
terrible.
Matt. I'm a hard no on Matt Ryan. Daniel Jones is 16 on his good weeks. On his bad weeks, he's 28.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think he's on the no for me too.
Who would you put at 32 though? Like the board? Okay, well I guess that'd probably be like Davis Mills.
Trey
Who would you
Lance. No, I'm kidding.
Who would you put
Sorry,
at bottom 5? No
Geno
particular
Smith.
order.
Goff, Darnold.
Okay, for like
I-
permanent
okay.
starters. Permanent starters. So like if we're
Wait,
doing
Goff
Wilson,
and Darnold are permanent starters.
no, I'm talking like Geno Smith.
Okay. My bad.
Goff, Darnold.
Mac Jones.
No, not Mac
No,
Jones.
Mac
He's
Jones
playing
looks
well.
good.
I'll put Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence down there
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence looked good
Winston?
last week.
at 28.
Winston.
Jimmy, he's on and off.
When you
I
put
would.
Winston there,
Tua.
He's had a good game.
he
Right,
looked
he's
good
only
last
played 2
week.
games. He's only played 2 games this season.
Who else?
Davis Mills. Because I
Yeah, I
legitimately
mean
think
Davis
he'll
Mills
start every
has to be there.
Yeah.
So Davis Mills, Sam Darnold.
Okay, interesting one because we know he's much better than this position. Fields.
I was thinking that maybe, dude. I'm starting Allen Robinson this week.
Give up on Allen Robinson. I'm dropping him in every league.
Hey, if you have Allen Robinson, keep him. I'm on like deep subreddits and things like that. There's like a big rumor that he's getting traded.
That's what I was thinking
big
too,
rumor.
because he wanted out of
He's an
Chicago. Wow.
We need a receiver. Like outside of Debo, it's just
Use Ayuk. If you really want a receiver, show me that you can use Ayuk, and then I'm gonna go trade for Allen
Yeah.
Robinson.
that's not Shanahan though. I don't know why they won't use him. But yeah, that's
I think
Like,
Teddy
okay,
Bridgewater.
I legitimately get angry when like people like start like projecting like, oh, like if this player was on this team, like dude's like you have good players on your roster, you just can't use them. Like I'm not gonna get you like
You're
that
not wrong.
piece
Mhm.
till like you start using your pieces.
Hear me out, and like maybe you guys change your waiver claims. I hope you guys don't. But I'm picking up Ronald Jones because I think he gets traded to the Ravens. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Wait, what? The Ravens like running games picked it up this week. I don't know if you saw like
but
Le'Veon.
Latavius Murray suffered a high ankle sprain.
Dude, give Le'Veon like more carries.
Le'Veon's
Did
gonna.
Did you see Le'Veon's touchdown? I could have scored that
He was
touchdown.
walking. Yeah, he was literally
I'm-
walking.
dude, I'm pretty sure my grandma could have scored that touchdown. The defense, like they ran commit left. They auctioned the QB. They did hit every button in Madden possible to ignore Le'Veon Bell. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous.
He walked the entire drive. He was either jogging or walking. Then he jumped into the end zone. That's it. That's all he did.
Like gets one carry, scores an easy touchdown, and starts celebrating.
If
So
anything,
trade deadline is next week or this week? When
It's the
is
week
it?
after. It's
Okay.
2 games. Yeah.
okay, so definitely some moves that could be made.
Yeah. So I'm going for Ronald Jones just off the like hope and prayer he gets traded to a better offense.
Marlon Mack, OBJ, any of those guys? Because those are like other two big names I've seen too.
OBJ.
That might be interesting, but what team like desperately needs a receiver at this point?
Oh,
Like what playoff worthy team would be willing to trade assets, you know?
okay, if the Titans really wanted to make a push, I would say push it.
Maybe it depends how long Julio's out. I assume he'll go into IR for 3 weeks.
That's what I'm guessing too. I think
Yeah.
Chiefs need a receiver. Josh
No.
Gordon is not the guy. They still haven't had a second receiver step up. It's just literally Tyreek.
Okay,
Kelsey.
this is a crazy stat. Tyreek Hill leads the league in like receptions, or I think he's tied with 46. And all of his catches, none of them have been contested catches. All 46 catches have been like clean catches. And the next like closest person with like the least amount of like contested catches is like 31. And I think it's like I forget who it is, but like I was like, it's like that's a big difference. And like 31's nowhere close to 46.
Probably like Najee Harris.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, dude. That's could like
Okay,
Sterling
wait,
Shepard.
Yeah, if we were to draft QBs, who do you guys go like top 3? Mahomes,
Like fantasy or
just like in like real life, I guess. Would Mahomes be 1?
Mahomes, yeah.
Josh Allen would push that one pretty hard.
Uh,
Would probably. Oh,
Mahomes has one low season. It's not even a low season. He's still like second in like passer rating right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Josh
Okay,
Allen.
I legitimately was surprised how quick like I literally saw Twitter's eyes change. Halftime that like the Washington football team was up like 14-13 or something like that, right? And like Mahomes had that like really bad interception, and like the Redskins basically just like could have walked in the end zone. It was like that bad. And then like Mahomes just switches it up, and then like by the end of the fourth quarter, we're like, Mahomes is really good. And then after the game, it's like Jackson Mahomes is dancing on Sean Taylor's number. Like
That's
That
the
was
thing
dumb.
about Mahomes. He just turns it on and you can't turn it off for him. I don't know.
Have you not seen what Josh Allen's been doing to every team in football?
yeah.
I mean,
Except the
he's scoring
Steelers, we
30.
shut him down. Get out of here. Sorry.
I'm
Dude,
saying
that's like-
I'd probably go Mahomes. Like I
Okay.
think Mahomes is the one, but I'm saying
I'd go
like,
Allen too, though. It's Mahomes, Allen, 1-2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one more
those are more-
season. Like if Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl, like if he just goes on a rampage from here on out, 5,000 yards and a Super Bowl MVP, I think that like okay, AFC Championship, like final score is like 48-46. Like Josh Allen leads a game-winning drive. I think Josh Allen takes that one spot. I would say this season is going to determine, you know, who you would want for the future.
Mhm.
Okay, at 3, would you go Kyler? I'd go Aaron Rodgers.
Really? Like, okay, if you were starting a franchise.
Oh, okay. Okay, with starting a franchise, dude, I legitimately don't know with Kyler. Like, because I think for Kyler, I need to have like Cliff Kingsbury as my coach.
I don't know.
If we're including Deshaun Watson, I'm taking him. He's very talented.
I think Justin Herbert. Is that crazy?
Justin Herbert's been balling.
I don't think you're crazy, but I just think with like, I honestly might go Stafford.
Yeah. If we're doing like straight up just like who would you want for this season, I'd go Brady at 3. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like, I think he is dead set in his mind. Like I think the locker room knows he's going for the passing touchdown record.
Yeah. They've been passing way too much for no reason, and I'm surprised because Brady's so old.
How much does he
Dude,
have right
he wants
now?
the record.
30. Wait, he has. How many touchdowns does he have?
He's got to have 20 at least,
He's been going
or near 20. Like what?
No.
18?
Brady touchdowns 2021.
I assume
Sorry.
he's leaving.
He's on pace to break the NFL record.
Yeah. There is an extra game though. So
Yeah. That's the one thing I hate about like extra games, because like it's like,
It's gonna break all the
like
records.
all these records are gonna be broken, but it's also like, did you really break the records because you were that much better, or is it just because you had more playing time to showcase your
Yeah,
results?
yeah. I think Derrick Henry might break the single season rushing record.
Yeah. Dude, I remember early in his career, they used to have a guy named Trey Mason. He used to be from Auburn or
Oh
something like
yeah.
that. And I was like, dude, Derrick Henry will never get a start because Trey Mason's like there. And then like
They
Trey
also had
Mason's out
DeMarco
of the
Murray.
league. Yeah. So now it's like, I was thinking about this. So next year we should all do like a dynasty league and like make it like 6 or 8 people and then like make it like a big roster. I want to see like what we think of like players like changing as their careers go on. I've never done a dynasty league. Like I don't know if you guys have.
I haven't. I feel like Jonathan Taylor would be the first pick.
Yeah. First. Travis
mean, you want-
Etienne. No, I'm kidding.
No. Ooh, with James Robinson?
I don't know. I would never draft a running back first just because like, oh, it's like after like 5 years, do I have a starter?
That's actually a good point. Yeah. So would you go like CeeDee Lamb? That seems crazy.
Okay, I'd go Tyreek or Mahomes Tyreek. Like one if like
Yeah.
Mahomes is
Maybe like a
Mahomes
QB
Allen.
would be safest. Yeah, Josh Allen.
yeah.
Interesting.
QB definitely because like their longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Trey Lance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Colts. Are you guys excited? What's happening?
Dude, Paris Campbell. I don't know why. Like you can ask Campbell. Like last year, I just like a week before a draft, I got like unfathomably excited for some dude I've never heard of in my life. That was Paris Campbell. And like this year, I was ready to pick him up because he's just scored a 50-yard touchdown. And I was like, let's go. Like he's here because he's fast.
Yeah.
And then he broke his foot or something. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
T.Y. Hilton time. I picked him up last week, but Hamza dropped him in our league. So
Yeah,
Eric,
He
maybe
got hurt, right?
no. T.Y. is healthy.
No, I thought he re-injured himself.
Did he really?
He said he left the game with an injury, but I don't know if he came back.
He practiced it or like was it partial? I think.
He should be fine then.
Yeah.
I just don't think like the passing wise, I wouldn't own any receivers other than Michael Pittman there.
You know, what if the Colts traded for Odell? They could use a receiver.
They need a veteran receiver.
Oh, okay. Actually, this is one point that I forgot to make. So I looked at their schedule and where is it? They play the 49ers, Titans, Jets, and Jaguars, and the Titans, Jets, and Jaguars are all at home. They're 2-4 right now. They could finish this game with like they could win out these 4 games, and they could end with a 6-4 record at the end of this homestand.
They're losing the next 2 weeks back to back. After that, yeah.
Is it guaranteed that they're losing to the Niners?
If you're talking about the Niners, I think they get blown out. Like
I think the bye week is really going to help the Niners.
plus
They get the extra week.
injuries coming back. Like Quan Williams, Dre Greenlaw are starting linebacker, and
Yeah, Dre Greenlaw's huge. That guy is
Dude,
incredible.
if I'm the Niners, I'm keeping with whatever defense worked against the Cardinals. If you can stop the Cardinals, you for sure can stop the Colts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he
I don't-
came back too. So it's I don't know.
And they're missing Quentin Nelson still. So
Is
I
it
think,
a Lance game or is it Garoppolo? Who's
It
It's
has to be
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo from here, and
Yeah.
Lance isn't ready in my opinion.
I think Lance is. I think it depends on if the Niners think they can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
If
there's
they,
that.
if they think they can win the Super Bowl, Garoppolo is the way to go. Like if they're convinced, but otherwise you got to give Lance the time because they could still hit wild card with Lance. I think
That's true. That's true.
because they have such
what
an easy
point-
stretch of game.
since there's an extra week and like their extra team makes the playoff, at what point would you guys be like, let's go with Lance for the rest of the season?
I don't think they do unless Garoppolo gets hurt. Honestly,
Dude, like that's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
gonna happen, yeah. I
Like,
should say when,
I
not if.
understand that both of you guys are Niners fans, but it's not
Yeah.
like if Garoppolo. I'm thinking at this point, it's like when. Like I don't know what like you can do to like help it. Like a couple years ago, like in the NBA, like if you were an older player and you wanted to get healthier, you would go to the Suns because like they had this like magic like doctor or something like that, and like he just like cured players. I don't know whoever that doctor is, but the Niners need to hire him. Like the Niners have
The
way too
Niners are
many
the
injuries.
exact opposite. Yeah, it's just straight. You come there and you get hurt. Like you could be the healthiest player and you could be Derrick Henry and one practice at Niners and he tears both of his Achilles.
Hey, knock on wood. I need Derrick Henry to win me a season. Okay, let's end with. Do you guys have any more topics, or do you guys want to do weekly picks?
Yeah, let's jump to the game. I think, right?
Let's go to the weekly picks.
Okay, so Hums, you haven't filled it out yet. No worries. Me and Eric, we're gonna make our picks because me and Eric went pretty different on most of them. So me and Eric will announce our picks, and then you get to be the tiebreaker on all of these. So no worries.
Let's do it.
Thursday night football, Broncos at Browns. Pretty good game for Thursday night football. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll go
No.
Browns.
I'm gonna go Browns. I think it's gonna be a really boring game.
Okay. Hey, Eagles kept it close. Okay, that was it. They didn't keep it close. Like the Bucks just gave up.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad game.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna have to go Broncos here, dude. No running backs for the freaking Browns. No receivers.
It depends on how Baker is.
Yeah, Baker's shoulder's hurting.
Oh, is it, like so out for the season potentially?
No,
Maybe
no.
not? No?
It's his left shoulder, not his throwing shoulder, so I think he's okay. Yeah.
Dude, Big Ben injures his like non-throwing shoulder every week, and then he's like, I'm gonna miss like 4 days of practice, and then the 5th day he'll come back and play out of his mind. So you never know. Chiefs Titans. Okay, so me and Eric both different on this. I'm going with the Titans. Derrick Henry. Plus, it's in Nashville. I like Derrick Henry MVP right here, so sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs are. I mean, they did just take down the Bills, and the Bills did take down the Chiefs, but I do think that the Chiefs are just gonna roll through. I mean, you have to score quick to stop Mahomes. I don't know if Derrick Henry will pull off another 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Hamza, how about you?
Yeah, no, I got the Chiefs. I think to win this game, I don't think it's going to go to Derrick Henry. I think it comes down to Tannehill and his ability to pass. If Julio's healthy, if AJ Brown is healthy, Tannehill needs to do something. He needs to put up more than like 100 pass yards at halftime. So it comes down to him this game, and I think he doesn't step up, and I think the Chiefs win.
Yeah, honestly, to stop the Titans right now, I feel like you throw your 2 best corners on AJ Brown, 9 guys in the box. That's it.
That's it.
So, like I honestly think like if the Titans really wanted to send it, like go get a receiver, like go get OBJ. Like I legitimately think it makes the team better, like
Allen
infinitely
Robinson.
better. Yeah, like Allen Robinson, any other
Allen
receiver.
Robinson, Julio Jones, and AJ Brown, and Tannehill throwing for 100 pass yards.
Right? I mean, it draws defenses. Like you're gonna have to put a corner there. It's not like someone like what's his name, random receiver they have, like Chester Rogers or someone where you can just leave a linebacker on him. You know, you're gonna
Honestly, how are Julio and Brown getting hurt so much? Like they never got the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like how did he get hurt? He had 2 catches all game, and then I see he's out.
Do you think like Mike Rabel's like working them too hard in practice for like not blocking for Derrick Henry and like I don't know.
Did you guys see that one block on that 70-yard touchdown run? It was like what's his name? Nick
Evans? No,
number 15, the weird wide receiver.
Raymond?
No, not Khalif Raymond. Why is it Khalif Raymond? Basically, he grabs the linebacker.
Raymond is on the lines. Oh, Westbrook Akine.
Westbrook Akine, yeah, that's the one. He just grabs the linebacker and pushes him like 15 yards back, and then Henry just like flies through the hole. It's a good block. It's like George Kittle.
Anthony Frickshire is a drop. If you have him on your team, drop him. Sorry.
Yeah, if you do have him on your team, you gotta question what you're doing.
Okay, so Holman's going with the Chiefs. No one's sticking with the Titans. I still believe my MVP pick. Okay, Washington Packers. I'm going with Packers. Aaron Rodgers owns Chicago, and he's gonna own all of Washington at the
That
end of
was
this
so
week.
funny.
That was. Eric, you sticking with the Packers too?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers. Seems pretty straightforward.
Hamza, are you riding with Taylor Heineke? Oh, okay.
I
Packers.
can't. When is Ryan Fitzpatrick coming back? That's what I'm wondering. It's been so long.
I think he should be back next week, week 7.
Okay,
I'll ask this question in the chat. Top 15 QB. Because I think Taylor Heineke's like 27. If the Washington football team has a top 15 QB, would they be in the playoffs?
No, last year, yes, but their defense has just disappeared this year. I don't know what happened.
I think it's
Okay.
the fact that the defense is always on the field. It's like that one thing with the Niners was like a few years ago when if your defense is playing like majority of the time, they're gonna get tired compared to if your offense is scoring, your defense is not tiring too. I think it's that kind of.
But like they're just not getting sacks. Like even in the beginning of the game.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe they need a morale change there. There's something definitely going on there because it's the same defense. It's just like why are they not producing? So.
Okay. Bengals, Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's been too dominant. But pivotal AFC North matchup. So you never know. Yeah. It's gonna be like a 3-point game. Like I think the Ravens are gonna be like favored by 3 and like they'll just get it over that.
Man, I really want to switch. I picked the Ravens, but I really want to change to Joe Burrow. But I'm gonna keep with the Ravens.
Okay. How about you?
I'm riding my sleeper team Ravens all the way to the Super Bowl this year.
How are they
Wow.
sleeper team? They were like the third projected team.
They were
in the
sleeper in
AFC.
my mind. I thought they were gonna go like 3-13 or something. They're surprising.
This is the same Hamza who said the Niners were going 15-2.
Niners are going 15-3.
Hamza texted me earlier and he sends me their next 5 games. What is it? It's the Colts, the Rams, the Cardinals, the Jets,
The Bears, the Jaguars.
the Bears.
Dude,
and the
I
Jets.
legitimately don't think
5.
you're beating the Colts.
Oh, that's a 5-0.
Yes, the
Hamza says-
Cardinals.
Hamza thinks we just demolished the Cardinals.
We almost beat them with a backup QB and no Dre Greenlaw, no Quan Williams. Now we
Okay,
get
Trey Lance,
Stop.
backup
Stop.
QB. and a
Trey
top
Lance,
QB.
Trey Lance is like your future, dude.
he's not ready yet. If you had
In 4 years, like Trey Lance is gonna be your like what decides if your happiness on Sunday.
he'll be ready by then. By next season, I think he'll be ready. But right now, dude, if I still believe if Garoppolo had the ball that game, we would win that game.
Dude, I legitimately am not putting in Trey Lance till he like learns how to like slide and like
Yeah, exactly.
dive.
It scares me. I feel like we're gonna lose him.
Panthers, Giants. I'm going Panthers, switching it up.
This
Yeah,
one's
I'm gonna go with the Panthers too. The Giants just look bad again, and they also don't have any receivers.
Yeah.
no Barkley, no receivers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Isn't Daniel Jones injured or kind of
He
whatever?
was concussed, but I think he's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Who's
Did you
their
guys see
backup?
that concussion, by the way?
No.
Oh my! He got up and he
Got up and-
could not walk in a straight line. It was
Jeez.
scary.
Mhm.
Okay,
Their
Hamza, you-
backup QB is Mike Glennon.
Damn.
Yeah, my heart says Giants, but I think I'm gonna have to go Panthers here. Not gonna lie.
Okay. Falcons, Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins. They've had a rough sort of couple weeks to start the season. And I think they're going to turn it up. And Tua Tagovailoa is back. And I think he does well. So they play the Falcons. Like, no one's going to watch this game, let's be honest.
Well,
Is this
I have
a
just
London game?
outfits.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. I don't think they have a London game this week. Do they?
I hope not, dude. Like, those are like horrible to watch.
I do like it though, because if you have fantasy players, you wake up with like a nice 20 points or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this. I mean, they're coming off their bye week. Teams that play after their bye weeks statistically tend to win their games. And I do think like they looked a lot better even without Ridley. Like the offense scored like 20 something 2 weeks in a row. So I think that they'll outduel Tua in this one.
How about you, Hamza?
Yeah, and I honestly got the Dolphins here. I like the Falcons offense is finally connecting with Patterson. Kyle Pitts stepping up, but I just think he popped off this week. He gets Devontae Adams back, so
What?
I'm not Devontae Parker, not Adams. You guys
Isn't she got the
That would be free agency pickup. I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it.
the issue with the Dolphins right now is the lack of a run game. Like, there's no running back there. There's no one there.
The lack of defense.
The lack of
defense. They have the 32nd worst defense on third down. It's rough.
Yeah, I thought they had a good defense like last year. What happened to that defense?
I have no idea what happened. I thought so
Okay,
too.
are defenses like not like are they like hard to predict? Because year on year thing, like I think like the Giants were like the 4th best defense last year, and like this year they're ranked like the 28th. Like, is it possible to have a good defense years on out? Like,
I mean, look at the Niners. They've been consistently good. The Bears have been consistently good. Broncos consistently good. Right. The Rams, they've been struggling a bit, but they did switch defensive coordinators. So that's
I think the Broncos are different because like that's like they've never had a QB. So like if you don't have a QB, like you kind of have to like have a good defense.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And like that's a defensive. Vance Joseph is like a defensive minded head coach. Like he's like a linebacking like legend, right? So like, I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. Like if you have a defensive minded coach, I think you'll have like good defenses.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I think it's harder to predict. Like I'm not like I don't know like that much about like the X's and O's of football where it's like, oh, like if there's like an like different like defensive coordinator, like your defense is gonna get better or worse. Like I don't know that much about it, but like I definitely think it's harder to predict than offense. I think if you have a good offense, it's like you can easily tell, like you can build on it for years to come. Okay, Jets, Patriots. Is anyone going Jets here? Patriots.
Jets are coming off a bye, which makes things interesting, but no.
Okay, but no, they're playing Bill Belichick. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Eagles, Raiders. I picked the Eagles. They played on Thursday Night Football, short week. Go face the Raiders. Raiders are coming off a win because like they needed one, and I think the Raiders lose this week because the Eagles are well prepared. Nick Sirianni off to a great start. I'm kidding, he's not, but still, maybe.
He's so bad. I think the Raiders will win. I mean, they even with all.
Dude, like Nick Sirianni reminds me a lot of like Zach Taylor. Like the first like couple years, we really like shot on Zach Taylor, and like this year, he's like kind of picked it up. Like he has weapons on the offense, and then the defense is underrated. And now like they're kind of looking like a sneaky playoff team. So I think Nick Sirianni is
hard
similar.
to be bad with that offense.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, Hamza.
Yeah, no, I got the Raiders here. Jalen Hurts against the 32nd worst defense in the league, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Richard Sherman leaving with an injury, had 115 pass yards on 12 passes. It's like, what is that? Like,
it was bad. And he's killing Devontae Smith, who I drafted in every single league.
Right? Like, why did Devontae Smith not do anything? But it's like you have 100 pass yards entire game. What is Devontae Smith going to do? He's not going to catch all 100 of those.
Down like 20 points for half.
Exactly. They need to cut all the play actions and RPOs out there. It's like it's not going to work if you never hand off the ball. Like it doesn't work if the defense knows you're going to carry it every time. But I don't know. I got the Raiders. Eagles have a lot to figure out until they get a bye week and figure things out. The Raiders.
Yeah.
Lions, Rams. Most of the Lions staff comes from the Rams, like their general manager, Goff, a couple other people. It's kind of a revenge game for them.
Yeah, I think Stafford's gonna throw like 6 touchdowns.
Okay, hard prediction. Rams Lions is a closer game, but Rams still win by 10.
I think Stafford is gonna unleash all of his pent-up aggression on that team and just like he's going to ruin their will to live. Like that is his goal, I'm pretty sure. Okay,
Buccaneers, Bears. I'm just going with the Bucks because dude, it's the Bears.
Yeah.
Buccaneers. Okay. Texans, Cardinals too. Blowout. Cardinals by 28. Hamza, do you agree with that?
Yeah, Cardinals all day. Do I see
Colts, Niners?
Rom betting on the 49ers for the first time in his life?
I changed it. Colts, Niners. I'm going with Colts. I think the Colts offense picked it up last week. Carson Wentz had more time. They have a healthier offensive line. As a
I mean,
result,
the offense picked it
Carson.
up against the Texans.
Okay, Carson Wentz still he threw quite a bit, much better. He was 11 of 20, 229 yards, really good stuff. And as a result, Jonathan Taylor had some running lanes open up, and hence comprehensive win against the Texans. They carry that into beating the 49ers,
I think
who
Kyle
have
Shanahan had a
quarterback
bye week.
questions, who don't have that many receivers, and a lack of a running game. I'm going with the Colts.
Holmes, do you want to take this one?
It's not going to be a close game. You know, we talked about this. Coming back from a bye week, you get our defenders back, linebackers, starting corner, Josh Norman. Don't even get me started on Josh Norman. Michael Pittman, 0 yards. I'm calling it right now.
Holmes, please stop it. You should start. You're probably right. Michael Pittman will have 0 fantasy points, but he will have 373 PI yards. That man will single-handedly drive the ball down the field.
That's fine. I'll take PI over.
So, Hamza, is it safe to say that the 49ers are going to win this game?
I think 49ers are going to win. I think Jimmy Garoppolo back, I'm saying Elijah Mitchell back. They start getting going. I think Ayuk is finally used this game. After a bye week, if they don't figure out the Ayuk issues, it's not going to happen this season. And I think it's either this game or never. So
yeah, Hamza, maybe we should be happy that Ron picked the Colts because he's last in these weekly predictions by 12%.
I hate you guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Colts. Just got to be different from you guys. Saints Seahawks. I think I picked the Seahawks because they look much better against the Steelers than I expected to. These are the same Steelers who beat the Buffalo Bills. So, you know, vice versa, I think they beat the Saints.
Yeah, as long as Geno Smith is the QB of the Seahawks, I'm picking the other team, unless it's the Jets or the Texans.
Okay.
This is surprisingly tough. I don't know. I think Geno Smith isn't as bad as we thought he was going to be. He didn't throw a single pick last week, did he? I didn't think.
No.
He was putting the ball out there.
Okay, he was putting the ball out there, but there was a couple of throws in that game where he was there was no receiver 30 yards within him, and he was throwing it over there. He had some questionable throws. I'll say it that much. But the Steelers defense is healthy, and that's finally that's a top 5 defense if they're healthy. So I think I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think he does better against the Saints. Dude, I legitimately don't know what to think of these Saints. They have a couple good wins, but I don't know if Jameis is up there. And is Michael Thomas back this week or?
He's not, right?
He's gonna miss another week or two.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is a tough game, but I think coming from a bye, I'm gonna have to lean Saints. I'm gonna have to, but this is gonna be a closer game than people expect. I don't know.
I think people are expecting it to be pretty close.
Yeah? Okay, good. Keep
Let
exciting.
me see what the Vegas. Let me see what Vegas has then. I'd say it's probably a 1.5.
Bet MGM.
Yeah, the spread 2.5, 4.5. So 4.5 in MGM, but as low as 2.5. So pretty close game.
We might be getting our first sponsor. Just on the lookout.
Oh yeah. Okay.
On the lookout.
Like.
Hopefully we can start making money. But that's all I had. Game of the week. Let's do last week. Those were fun. I was able to highlight them. I'll pick the Bengals and Ravens AFC North matchup. It's going to be a classic 23-20. I got that one. How about you guys? Is there a game that you guys have in mind? Colts, Niners?
I do think the Falcons versus Dolphins might be more entertaining than we expect. It's 2 terrible defenses against offenses that have looked capable.
How about you, Holmes? Do you have a game in mind?
I think Chiefs Titans honestly could be good.
Chiefs Titans. Oh yeah. Okay, I
AFC
get it.
Championship rematch from 2 years ago, right?
Oh, that's true.
2 and 3 years ago, right? Didn't they play each other twice in a row?
One was championship, one was like a wild card game, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. With the
Mario-
Mariota touchdown.
Mariota, yeah. But yeah, that's all I had. This was honestly one of my favorite podcasts. I had quite a bit of fun. I think we're grooming correctly.
Geek Sports Podcast After Dark is off to a strong start.
I like it. I think we're all just a little bit more crazier. We go off topic
Random.
more. Yeah, that's all I have. You guys want to say anything at the end, or should we just end it?
Yeah, I think we're all good. It was fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for listening. Follow them at Geek Sports CFS on Twitter and on Instagram. And my Instagram is just Rom Things. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Good night.
Yeah.